When you're hurt and scared for so long, the fear and pain turn to hate, and the hate starts to change the world.
Hello and welcome to The Final Podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to. We are the creators of the Spooky Pit, the innovators of the Passion Bump, and we take you down the darkest rabbit holes of all things horror.
Welcome, spooky bitches. We review horror movies and fuck 'em with comedy. We are your final bros, Brian Hotboy LaGrassa and Shane, not thick enough, text me later, Smith. And we are joined, as always, by our Scream Queen, Jen, the producer. Special guest, always looking great and dressing the part, the fella from another cellar, my brother Tim Ryan. Tim, pleasure as always.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me here. Very excited.
Super excited, and dude, I love the drip.
Thank you. I'm a very huge fan of the Silent Hill series for anybody listening out there, and for friends of the podcast and everyone in this room, as you know. So what I'm currently wearing is a jacket that I helped, thanks to some people at Etsy. Shout out to QuidViz for the iron-on patches for this. Dressed as James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2. And no, I did not do anything really effed up on the way here, but I do have something I'd like to bring to everyone's attention, if that's okay.
Of course.
Yes, definitely.
The raccoons aren't winning, aren't they?
The raccoons, as of last conversation, had decided to unionize because the shirt shop that I was running downstairs in the basement, I was ruling it with an iron fist. And I've decided to respect their rights to equal pay, and they get a fair share of the seltzers that get thrown down the stairs.
So Shane's daughter is in charge of that now, right?
She is. And the reason I'm here today especially is because I got a letter.
Did you?
Okay.
Interesting.
I got a letter. And Shane, I'm going to give it to you now. I'm going to ask you to read it.
Okay.
Please read it, Shane.
Shane already has a grun.
My name is on the letter. Okay.
It's addressed to Shane.
Okay. This is actually a letter to me. In my restless dreams, I see that house. The Final Podcast. You promised me you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Signed, my daughter.
That's why I'm here.
Wow, Shane.
Wow.
Now you got to know every time Tim comes back on the podcast.
Isn't that something? Don't you feel like you have to venture out now?
Actually, something's calling me.
Right?
I think I need to go to a hotel room for some reason.
Shane, I'm going to politely ask for the letter back for the time being because I've been viewing it once in a while. And sometimes I take looks at it, and sometimes I feel like I see some things that are there, and sometimes there are things that aren't. But I'm glad that that's what the letter said to you, because it said something different to me.
Interesting.
Okay.
I wonder if the letter says something different to everyone.
Can I read it? Let me see it.
You want to read it?
Yeah, I want to see what it
Okay.
says to me.
It might.
It might say something different.
It might. That's fine. Go ahead. There's the letter. She's reading the letter now.
Why did you hand me a chocolate chip cookie recipe?
I'll tell you what, though, the handwriting on the letter it's very...
It's very eloquent.
Is it ink and quill?
It might be.
It looked like it was quilled on.
I mean, I see a baking recipe, so I'll bake cookies later.
There's extra Toll House chocolate chips included inside of that recipe. I read that earlier, too. I don't know why. I think I was really...
so
Are you really hungry right now? Because I think that's why that happened to me, too.
I keep cookie dough in my fridge so I can have a fresh cookie at any point in my life.
Oh, yeah. I really can go for like a quick trillion, so maybe I'm thinking big dollars. So let me read that letter.
Okay.
I'm glad that this has so much to do with Silent Hill.
It has everything.
It actually has everything to do with Silent Hill.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, we're reviewing Silent Hill today. Super happy to have Tim for this. First time I ever played a Silent Hill game was with, actually, Tim. I finished 1 and 2 with Shane not too long ago, but the first time I ever played a game was actually with Tim, a Silent Hill game. We played Silent Hill 2 in Danny's Bayville house at like 2 in the morning.
It was absolutely terrifying.
It was. Because you know that house is haunted, right? Danny from GKM, D-String, we've had him on for the Signs episode, and Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
That actually is very true.
And he will, to this day, back that up.
I cannot attest to that.
I think it was actually raining and there was thunder that night.
It had all the elements. It was just me and Tim, because my brother and Benanti, I think, were at some kind of like rave or something. And it was just me and you. We got Roy Rogers. And
We did get Roy Rogers.
we seated up for an entire night of Silent Hill 2.
Incredible. I just got to bring attention to this, and we should take a picture of the letter and post it because
Yes,
it is
absolutely.
like perfect, like on the spot.
We
The
will.
letter from Silent Hill 2. Like it looks exactly like it does in the game.
What a coincidence.
It's crazy. Whew. So let's jump into a movie that isn't exactly like the video game. Let's jump into the Silent Hill spooky pit.
We can do that, Shane. And you want to know why we can do that? We have a spooky pit. Yes, we do. Silent Hill was released in 2006. Rose looks for her adopted daughter within the forlorn, forsaken town of Silent Hill. This movie was directed by Christoph Gand. It's starring Radha Mitchell as Rose da Silva, Laurie Holden as Sybil Bennett, Sean Bean as Christopher da Silva, Deborah Kara Unger as Dahlia Gillespie, Kim Coates as Officer Thomas Gucci, Tanya Allen as Anna, Alice Cridge as Christabella, and Jodelle Furland as Sharon, and she also plays every creepy girl in every horror movie ever made.
Do you guys want to know the city that inspired Silent
Yes,
Hill?
and not only that, I've been there.
Have you really?
I've been there, doggy.
Really?
I trespassed there, yep.
Yeah.
Centralia, Pennsylvania. Let's hear it.
Yeah, this movie is based off Centralia, Pennsylvania, just as Hotboy said. In researching for different elements of Silent Hills, the screenwriter Roger Avery came across this town in Pennsylvania, and it's a pretty much nearly abandoned town. I'm pretty sure there's some people that still reside there, but it's a town with a 40-year-old coal mine, and I believe there was an accident or something that lit off the mine. Obviously, coal mines are very, very flammable for clear reason. And
There's a good fire pit down there. Yeah.
yeah, so there's a fire pit, and it's still burning to this day. And I thought that was really interesting because if you didn't know that, there's actually little homages to old coal mine practices that are in this movie, like the outfits that they wear when they, the people of Silent Hill venture out of the church. They put on these, outfits that kind of resemble going down into a coal mine. But they also, very early in the film, have a canary, which canaries would be used to go down in the coal mine and kind of let you know before something lights up or before when there's a gas leak. And they kind of use the canary as a warning sign in this movie as well.
That's really cool. So I went there about a few years ago. Just honestly, I was on my way back from Knoebels, which is an amusement park. And it was not really on the way back exactly, but I went out of my way knowing of the history of Centralia, Pennsylvania. And also it's a weird PA thing. And you know me, I love weird anything. Yeah. So I went there by myself, actually, driving back there. And the town is about the size of a crossroads. It is so fucking small. Literally, and most of it is abandoned, and it's literally ruined. And the houses, they have porches, they're pretty much destroyed. I didn't see a single person in there. However, I did see a lot of people on the side of the road where the smoke is, the haze is from the still burning coal mine that happened in the 1960s. Apparently, it was a Memorial Day event where they were just burning some stuff in town, and then it just kind of got out of control, and it's still burning to this day. In the mine, but veering off the side of the road, you see the haze in the air, and there was a lot of tourists. It wasn't just me. A lot of people were trespassing in that direction to see it, and you do see the smoke. And honestly, it's just grass and ruin and a lot of vandalism for sure. So
this year, that game that Randa's Rebellion was on and was talking with us about, Dead by Daylight, Pyramid Head from this movie and Midwich Elementary School is a map and is a killer in that game.
So I know that game takes inspiration from a lot of.
Yeah.
Is it just creepy figures in general, or is it just?
There's some originals, but then there's ones that are you have Michael Myers in the game. You have the Demogorgon.
Oh, so it's just horror elements in general.
Yeah, it's horror elements in general. But I love that map because Midwich Elementary is a really cool place in general. You can literally go around and explore the entire school via the map.
That's actually awesome. I know Midwich Elementary is in the first Silent Hill game.
Yep.
It's actually one of the first places you actually explore when you arrive in Silent Hill. Interesting that they made Pyramid Head's a fan favorite. Let's just say that. I know we're gonna have a lot of time to hash out some strong opinions from some of the fans here in the room on this. I understand why Pyramid Head was chosen.
Yeah. What killer would you have preferred other than Pyramid Head?
That's the thing.
Okay.
That's the thing. It's a very iconic character, and it's difficult to say because the monsters in the town are always dependent on the person's perspective.
That's true. And to be fair, we discussed this the other day, that they could have technically used nurses as side characters to Pyramid Head and like little things like that. Because the newest one
so I know Resident Evil had a feature for Nemesis.
Yeah, so Nemesis is in the game, is a new killer for Dead by Daylight, and his an extra that comes with him is you have zombies walking around the game that can hurt you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we thought they could do that for Pyramid Head, but honestly, he's such an OP killer. He doesn't really need it.
Were you talking about that, or more or less of like Pyramid Head as a killer in general?
I think
in the movie.
I know we're gonna get into it, but in both cases, Pyramid Head serves as fan service, as an iconic killer, and I know we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes as to why, because I can already tell Shane is seething in rage beside me on this.
They used everything incorrectly. The best thing they use, in terms of like the villains in the movie, the best thing they use is the freaking Ash children at the very beginning.
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh, the Ash kids.
Yeah, the Ash kids.
I would have offed myself as soon as they appeared.
By the way, Mike G's here. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Mike's just hanging out.
Shane, you want to make out?
Just let it happen. Come on.
Thank God I'm on the other side of the table, nowhere near Mike.
Mike is actually crawling on the table towards Shane right now like a lion. He's purring.
Very slowly.
his tongue is slowly seeping out.
His tongue is gonna stick out like a liquor from Resident Evil pretty soon.
Oh my God.
That's sexual.
Yeah, real sexual. You know what else is sexual?
Not this movie.
No. God, no. Well, all right, so that's another thing I wanted to talk about. The nurses in this movie.
Sure.
Made him too sexy in this movie.
Oh,
that's
Shane.
a James thing. The nurses aren't supposed to be sexy. The whole point of the nurses being sexy is because of James' story. It doesn't make sense in the context of this movie because this is about his young daughter.
I actually agree with you on that, because I remember the first time I ever watched it, I was like, there's a lot of cleavage for something that's supposed to be scary.
Definitely weird boner territory, I would say.
Yes.
And you're putting me in dire waters, having to see that in my horror movie.
And yet, boner check.
No, we're good. I'm so turned off by the incorrect usage of the cleavage.
Yeah, no.
that I can't get a boner.
That is true. Like the way they used the idea of the monsters in Silent Hill of the town in the movie is incorrect if she is the main character of the
Brian
story.
is borderline boner.
Yeah, no, they were hot.
No, they were hot.
Very.
I would dabble even with the faceless.
The facelessness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the one with no eyes?
Even better.
Oh, that's supposed to be. Well, we can get into it.
Let's get into the movie. Okay, so we start off with a mom and a dad searching for their daughter in the woods.
Oh, that's hot.
The daughter's name is Sharon. The father is Sean Bean.
Ned Stark.
Yes. I'll tell you who he isn't. Harry, the actual main character of Silent Hill 1.
Go off, Shane.
So Tim, I don't remember exactly. In Silent Hill 1, the video game, Harry is searching for his daughter. The wife has passed away at this.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep, the wife is out of the picture. It's just Harry and Cheryl, which also threw me off because when I saw that it was Sharon was the name of the daughter, do not understand what the reasoning for the name change was.
Does make sense.
And that being said, okay, let's just get this out of the way. Do we feel like it would have been better, not just from a source material perspective, to have the father-daughter combination, but do you think they chose the mother-daughter combination because that appeals to audiences better? I say that we don't have enough good father-daughter movies. We've only got Taken 1, Taken 2, and Taken 3, and that's it.
That's it.
That
we
really
need
is
more.
it. I'll give my opinion on it. They should have kept it father-daughter because it works really well
It was
in the game.
father-daughter in the beginning. I haven't played the game in like so many
Yeah,
years.
single father loses the daughter in Silent
And
Hill,
he goes,
that kicks it off.
Yes. But I will say this. If they wanted to do mother-daughter, they should have just not had a father in the movie. I think having two parents kind of, I don't know, it takes away from like the whole point, like the atmosphere of the first one. Also, it's the fact that they kept leaving Silent Hill to go to the second parent for a storyline I didn't need in the movie.
It's like that build up to that last scene. I don't want to blow it, but the reason the whole father exists is because of the last scene.
And
100%.
The only reason for this movie I thought the mother kind of worked is because they didn't refer to men in any way as like witches. And for
That's
a
true.
town, like quote unquote, founded by witch hunters, it made more sense for like the women to be there for like burn the witch. Not that I'm saying like that worked for the game, because obviously the game is definitely written and made better, but just from that perspective, I think that was more important to them, is like burn the witch. She's a witch. She's not from here. Like all that.
It's an interesting movie for that dynamic, because I agree. Like on its own merit, It's actually like a really good story. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like on its own merit, I love the story. The problem is I'm a big fan of adaptation, and it's a poor one.
Yes.
But like on that note, though, they also integrate incredible elements of the game. Like when I'm watching this, I'm not story. I'm talking about like aesthetically, like the music, the shots, the cinematography are, I think, incredible.
I agree with that. I completely agree with that. The music is spot on. They actually use music from the game, which is great.
I feel like I'm playing a PS1 game.
Yeah, the
camera
the
shoots
transition
shots.
from the real world to the other world is also done fabulous with the kind of like the world melting away
Yes.
into this rusted metal wire
And the
world.
dynamic, because you see the husband in the real, we'll call it the real
Yeah.
world, and her in Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And it's cool, like you mentioned, like the different duality and like the separation. You see distinctly, it looks very different.
There's
in both
technically
cases.
3 worlds in the movie. There's the real world, there's Silent Hill, and then there's the other world
other
of
world,
Silent Hill.
I will say that as far as video game adaptations into films go, this is one of the better ones, probably one of the best in my opinion. I think I agree with everybody here. The way that the shots are done in this film, and you'll see it especially once the character reaches the town of Silent Hill, a lot of it is almost these static camera angles, as they would describe it for old school games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. The composure by Akira Yamaoka it would not be a Silent Hill film without Silent Hill music, and no holds barred, thanks to Konami allowing them to use it. They are very free and liberal about using all of the music from across. I think up to this point, I think only Silent Hill 3 had been made. They used music across all 3 games. I think in that regard, it is good. And this game, in its own way, would go on to formulate the basis for how future Silent Hill games were utilized in terms of, at the time, obviously the tech for PS1 and PS2 couldn't show the transition to the other world. Future games had the technology to do that. I think, honestly, Shane, anybody else here can confirm, I'm pretty sure the siren wasn't a thing until the movie. I think the siren wasn't a thing until the movie, and then the siren got incorporated into the games later to transition to the
Did
other
it?
world. I feel like it is
No, I think in Silent Hill 3,
maybe in 3.
it happens.
Maybe.
Because
When-
I really like the siren.
The siren's amazing.
I think in Silent Hill 3, when Heather's running around, it transitions
With the
back.
siren.
Yes, with the
Okay.
siren.
Got it. All right. Yeah.
But they never explain what the siren is, I don't think.
What's unique about this
They-
film,
In the film? They
No,
don't.
I know in,
In
the
the
game.
game.
In the game.
Oh.
it
Okay.
makes sense in the film, but like just basically this was one of those interesting symbiosis of like game and movie where both of them draw inspiration from each other.
Yes.
So that's why I like it.
Which is, I like that you told me that because I didn't think of that. That some of the later games for the Xbox 360 and the PS3 actually took elements of this movie and put it into the game.
Yep.
Downpour,
And Homecoming.
Origins,
Origins was after. But they didn't
Homecoming?
take, yeah, Homecoming is the one.
Fragile Dreams.
Shattered Dreams.
Fuck you.
Whoa!
Now that you mentioned, you're right. It is Shadow Dreams. Fragile Dreams is another extremely rare Wii game that I picked up.
Nice. Good pickup. Good pickup.
Thank you.
All right, let's get actually
All
into the
right.
movie now. So the parents find the daughter, and she's like in the middle of the woods, and she just starts screaming Silent Hill.
She's
Silent
like,
Hill.
Mom, I just want that new fucking doll car. And she's like, go to your room.
Silent Hill!
Well, no, we get a glimpse of Silent Hill through her, though.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have different moments where I title these things and I made notes like this. I called the one segment when the father crosses the overpass. Sean Bean surprisingly didn't die.
That's true.
Yeah.
He
Titled
dies
it
in
that.
almost
Can,
everything.
can I just ask? She went kind of far from her house.
Where the fuck did they... I know they live in Ohio.
How did you find that child?
Where the fuck do they live?
She was at the edge of like,
How did they know she'd be exactly there?
I don't know how the mother knew that. She's
I feel like
mom senses.
Maybe she's done this before.
She kicks rocks at the quarry.
She.
Oh my God.
She does sleepwalk.
Yeah, that's
often. So
So we cut to the next day, and we see Sharon, not Cheryl, drawing some pictures. And they're like sitting in a grass field together, and she's drawing pictures of Silent Hill.
and then someone is having sex with somebody else, and it's like after a wedding.
Yes. And then there is a decision to go on a road trip to Silent Hill
I call this one Sean Bean dodges a bullet.
because Sean Bean doesn't have to go on the road trip.
100%.
They decide to go on a road trip. Almost like she feels like she's being called, or she's bringing up Silent Hill. Silent Hill, she's hearing these like voices, I guess, the little girl in her head about Silent Hill, and she keeps bringing it up and sleepwalking. So the mother's like, you know what? Let's tap into those childish memories you have of where you grew up, because the daughter's obviously, we mentioned, adopted.
Yes.
Let's go to the place that's haunting you. I think it's a safe idea, and we'll do it without your father.
Yeah, let's. You seem to be having a lot of trauma. Why don't we open that a little more?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you do, though? When someone's traumatized, you bring them back to the traumatic area?
I do it to you.
Yeah, it's true. You do
Hey,
it all the time.
Shane, I have a question.
What's up?
Do you want to kiss Mike?
No.
Come on, please.
No.
Damn it.
Will you at least lick the mustard out of his asshole?
I guess that was the appropriate noise for that.
I love that Mike G can't even hear the sound that you just did. You?
This is a cool movie.
Yeah, it is. So cool that we are now at a gas station. And
You ever get gas? Fill her up.
is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's 20 regular or fill her up. Those are the only two.
This is where we also find out that she didn't tell her husband that they were going to Silent Hill because he turned her card off.
He's like, you didn't tell me, so I turned your card off. Well, honestly, that's how it happened. Like, he calls her.
No, she calls him.
She calls him, and he's like, I turned your card off.
It was a kidnapping. This was a friggin' kidnapping that happened.
He didn't know about it at all. Yeah.
And this is where we first meet Sybil Bennett.
Yeah, which she looks, let me just say, she looks so good in this movie.
Laurie Holden, incredible.
Yeah.
Andrea,
Yum.
incredible.
Yum. B, in Dead by Daylight, I just have to mention it, they did a fucking awful job because she looks like a crackhead.
No tight leather pants?
No.
Damn it.
What a
She
shame.
looks so bad. And I'm just like, you just took my girl crush and ruined her.
So, all right. Very attractive woman, but I got to throw my mannish, brutish comments out there.
I can't
you know
wait
it's
to
going to
hear
happen.
these.
It's only fair. Little guyish.
You think so?
Looks kind of like a man a little bit. Little androgynous,
She's
no?
supposed to.
No, but I'm talking about like in everything. When she was in the X-Files,
I don't
Walking
remember.
Dead.
I just know she looks great with this haircut,
She's
and I would take it any day.
Very attractive, very good skin. Very good skin contour.
I know. I need to
I don't
know
know if
her
it's
regimen.
The jaw, the cheekbone, she strikes me as a little mannish. Am I the only one here feeling that?
She fucks you. Not the other
She
way.
would, and probably good. Really good.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially this character, she would definitely. Be
Especially when she's
charged.
burning.
Yeah,
Whoa, spoiler.
Burning hot.
which is
Burning
literally-
hot.
Hey.
Burning hot coals.
Which, like, literally is the worst way for you to be burned alive. Like, other than just being lit on fire. Like, I think her way was worse.
It's tough.
It was a slow burn.
Yeah. That's why the slow burns are tough. You literally get to see the... Okay, we're going to get to it, but...
We'll get there. All right. So,
Yeah, let's go back to child kidnapping.
Yeah,
Good there?
yeah. Sybil Bennett is checking out this child in the car, and she's like, "This seems kind of sus." I don't know why she thought it was kind of suspicious. I mean, it was
I
just
think it was just because the child was upset.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like you've got one parent in the middle of the night somewhere with your kid. It's probably super late. Your kid's... It's safe to assume this was a hunch. Would we say this was a hunch?
This is
no,
a
it's
hunch.
100,
Yeah.
100% a hunch.
It looked like you've got a kid that may or may not be with someone that is or isn't their parent. It's very sus.
And she doesn't talk to strangers. She was raised right.
Yeah, she does say
Good
that.
kid.
They
Good
do.
kid.
I don't know if they mentioned like the reason Sybil's like so like peculiar with kids, and I know they mentioned this, but I don't know if they mention if the kid that she tried to previously save in a different event was he almost killed by his father or by a stranger.
Stranger, I think.
Stranger.
They
Oh,
don't say
okay.
who it is. Just
Yeah.
some man took him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Rose and Sharon drive off, and they drive for a little bit until Sybil attempts to pull them over. She fakes that she's pulling over and then just speeds up towards Silent Hill.
She's a shifty biker. Kind of reminds me of the biker in Under the Skin.
I don't remember that.
He's literally the biker.
I don't know. I just don't remember. I'm
that's
sorry.
fair. Sure.
All I remember from Under the Skin is naked Scarlett Johansson.
And the biker, who's like one of the main parts of the movie that chases her around the whole movie.
Yeah, I blacked that part
Okay,
out.
sure.
Why remember that considering what you just said? I understand.
He's
Right, it's
literally the guy looking for her. He's an alien.
You're right. Okay, now I remember who you're talking
like
about.
one of the most important parts
of the
Once you say
movie.
it's an alien, now
Brian's not even being funny. He's just being so matter of fact.
Well, no.
It's the movie.
Yeah, it
Like,
is
it's,
the movie.
it's like the movie.
Well, because I just remember her driving around and then picking up guys to bring to her endless apartment that turns into a black void.
A black void in an abyss that they drown in black oil goo.
Yeah, very interesting movie.
After
if you
she's
haven't
completely
seen it.
naked.
Yep.
In real life, I mean, this would work because no guy's gonna turn down a girl that looks like Scarlett Johansson. They're just gonna get dragged down in the black oil goo.
Yeah, even if she's like, "Come with me," you're gonna get dragged down to the black oil goo. I still give it a chance just to see what she means.
You like abyssal goo?
Maybe.
Goo goo gaga.
I think you just broke Mike J.
All right, I feel like I'm really tanking this episode. Let's get back on track here.
Is this what happens when you eat?
Yeah, we get way off track.
Okay, so she's driving now away from the cops, speeding, and as she's starting to get closer to Silent Hill, another good thing they do, the radio starts to have like audio feedback, which, to explain from the games, anytime there is a enemy or villain, whatever you want to call it, around, if you have a radio, it makes this like static noise.
Yes.
To signal that like danger is near.
One of my favorite parts about the game. It's such a cool addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do like that they included it in this and made it that all radios pick this up.
Yeah, pick up like that weird sounding frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool.
She breaks through a gate. She's in Silent Hill, and she sees a girl run across the road. She swerves and crashes her car.
Yep, and when she wakes up from this car crash, and I like a good car crash as much as the next guy, shit hits different in Silent Hill.
Yes, it does.
Also, on the way into Silent Hill, I just want to mention that you definitely notice a weird shift. It's like as if they're entering a different dimension.
True. That's very true. Speaking of different dimensions, when she wakes up, it is now not snowing, but like ashing from the sky.
It's ashing.
And she realizes her daughter is missing. So she wants to search for her daughter. She sees a girl run, so she starts to chase her. But as she chases her, a loud siren goes off, and the world starts to shift.
We got a shift. When I went to Centralia, they say that it's supposed to be ashing there too, but I didn't get any ash.
No.
But I think that is pretty cool how it like ashes from the sky. It's a cool element to the movie, and you know.
It's interesting because they went with like the ashing from the sky. I always just assumed it was fog in Silent Hill.
It is supposed to be fog and a little bit of snow in the first one. But
I thought it was snow.
It was snow in the first one, and in the second one, yeah, right, exactly, because that's the reaction she has too in the movie. Is she like it hits her face and she thinks it's a snowflake, and then she like goes to wipe it, right, and it's ash.
Exactly.
So for the sake of the plot, totally makes sense. In the games, it's just like more of like a rolling fog. You can never really see too far in front of you, and that's what creates the tension. You never knew what was around the corner, essentially.
And I just want to point something out, fun fact about the game. They did the fog in the original game because the PS1 couldn't handle the draw distance of going further.
That's literally a genius cover.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And it worked out perfectly for the game, too, because it really made the atmosphere of Silent Hill scary.
And Silent Hill 2 fog was, like, in my opinion, a technical marvel, because it probably could have been a draw distance thing there, too, but they did it so well that I know in the remake, as they inevitably do with video games released later, couldn't replicate it.
Are you talking about the HD remastered edition for the Xbox 360? That was
painfully
barely remastered.
Barely. Shout out to the people that worked on that. I know what it's like to work through a lunch break. Anyway.
Once the world changes, it's now all like rusted fences and trash bag bodies and just rust. It's just a lot of rust.
It's very rusty, and I love a good trash bag body as much as the next guy, you know?
There was a very large lighter, though. You guys noticed that? That lighter was obscenely large. That was a damn flamethrower.
That is true, because that's all she has to light her way. She has this flamethrower.
I get it. I would have burnt my hand already.
So she's chasing this little girl through all of this still when she stumbles upon a man on a fence who is, like, his intestines are hanging out, but he's still alive. His eyes are moving, though. You don't think so?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay. So you're being you.
Wow. You heard that, right, Mike? You heard that from your perch?
Air's getting kind of salty. You taste that?
Taste ash.
Could be the fries I had.
Just permanently in your mouth.
It is very salty fries. They're good, though.
I am having fries for dinner. Thank you, Mike G.
Where the hell is Sharon?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what we do find, the char babies.
Yeah, the char babies are here.
And I would have killed myself immediately.
And you guys like the char babies?
Wait. You're killing yourself off of char babies?
Yeah, have you seen them?
I feel like you could just easily outrun them.
Not from where she was.
She didn't know how to use her legs.
Yeah, that's true.
So you think this is the only monsters that would somewhat make sense in this movie? Is the Char babies?
Between
Yes, it makes sense because it's supposed to be like your fears are manifesting.
Yes,
and
yes.
since she's fearing losing her child,
Yes.
having the Char babies makes sense.
Yes.
And the burning.
Yes.
A lot of
Between
the
the
burning.
Yes.
between the Char babies, the guy in the bathroom, and the bugs from Pyramid Head, I probably would have died like before any of that.
Oh, the bugs they're pretty gross.
Yes.
The bugs are in every game. I just want to make that clear
Yeah.
to everybody. I
Yes.
don't understand why.
Yes.
It's like you like a giant roach with a face. Here it is.
They literally have a human face.
Yeah, they do, and like the way like their
Yeah.
back is on the ground, and they're just like very human.
They're just like,
Well, yeah.
They kind of look like me if you were to turn the light on when I'm trying to get a snack at 2 a.m.
Tim is right though. Going back to the games, the Char babies and the bugs are both actually in Midwich Elementary School, so they are accurate from Silent Hill 1, the game, to the movie.
The babies had knives, I thought, in the first
They
one.
do have knives in the game.
I feel like that would have been kind of too much for the movie, though.
I
if you
thought
had,
they had like knives for hands.
that's scarier. Could you imagine? Like, I would actually laugh if I saw a charred baby with a knife running at me. I'd probably laugh and then die.
I think I'd be more scared that it can run.
That is true.
yeah, it's all terrifying. Speaking of people who can't run, though,
Yeah.
Rose is trying her best to use her legs. She hasn't done that in years, though, because she can't handle this. But she gets to a house, and she pushes the door in. Her legs give out as soon as she gets through the door and falls. She doesn't know how to stand at this point, so she just starts crawling, and the Char babies just start getting on top of her, right?
Yeah.
Hey, bud,
Yeah.
how's that tongue doing?
Ew! Okay, I'm out.
This is going to be a very short episode.
Okay, so
I'm about to quit.
all right.
Mom on the floor, Char babies on top of
Yep,
her.
yep. And then they just give up and
They quit.
Yeah. The world goes back to normal. We're back to regular Silent Hill.
They quit.
Shift.
They quit like I quit. If you guys keep doing ASMR,
Me and Brian are going to start an ASMR podcast.
you can
Next Sweet and Sour
happily
episode.
start an ASMR podcast on your own time without me on the mic.
Okay, we could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. So, where are we in the movie now? Anyone remember?
She wakes up and then Ring of Fire is playing in a bowling alley.
Yes.
Way too on the nose, but that's okay.
Is that the only song they use in this movie that isn't from the soundtrack of Silent Hill?
I'm like pretty damn sure.
I also is that the only song that would ever play at a bowling alley?
It is 100% a bowling alley song.
You're probably right. We caught the Rose walking, and she finds an old woman. And this old woman is Dahlia, we will learn.
Dahlia Gillespie.
Yes. And she's like, have you seen my daughter? But Dahlia sees Rose's pendant, which has a picture of Sharon, and she's like, that's my daughter.
Her daughter. She dropped the name. I think she does, right?
Alessa.
Alessa, yeah.
Which, they used the correct name for that girl.
Right.
So why couldn't they just call Sharon Cheryl?
Because Cheryl De Silva just doesn't roll off the tongue like Sharon Shane.
I'm so curious because who was it? The director or someone? He had to nearly beg for the rights to make this movie.
Christopher Gans?
Yeah.
That's wild.
It took him a really long time. Like he had to send like a heartfelt like video on why he wanted to make this movie.
If for anyone listening, as you should know, Konami is very, very religious about retaining like IP and ownership of property, so much so that they just won't make a new Silent Hill game and they'll just keep making pachinko machines that only go to Japan. Thanks, Konami. Anyway,
I wonder if he held back like some of the names and stuff, like he wouldn't let them use it because he was so particular.
they might have even told him you can't.
Yeah, I don't think it's particularly their fault for that because it actually took him, I think I read 5 years to get permission to make this.
It just sounds like they must have had a lot of arguments because, like, why would he give him some characters and not others?
yeah.
It's just like they were like playing like negotiations. Like, I'll give you this, but I won't give you that.
Maybe because like with the marketing and merchandising, like he didn't want to give the rights to them be able to use it in whatever way they wanted.
Like for Sharon though, like you could just give them like one more character name. Like you gave him Alessa.
It's very strange.
I don't know.
All right, but
Anywhoomst.
we will cut to Sean Bean.
Anywhoons,
And
Sean Bean and Burning Babies.
Sean Bean asks a mechanic, have you seen my wife? All right, and now we cut back to the wife.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of in It when his wife goes looking for him and she's just like, "How do you get to Dairy, Maine?"
Yeah.
What? It's just It as the
gas station
Yeah, as
guy,
the
yeah.
gas station guy. That reminds me of that.
Can I just ask one question? I want to know why Sean Bean bribed the mechanic for driving directions. You saw him like whip out that cool hundo.
Yeah.
Like he would have just told you make a left and you're in Silent Hill. I don't need $100.
So I only think that he had to do that because everyone's been very particular on like don't go to Silent
It's
Hill.
very hush hush.
Yeah, that whole thing is a very hush hush thing.
People are like, the town is like, there's no road, like everything's off service to Silent Hill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for giving Sean Bean a break.
You're welcome.
He really needs it.
I think that was the only reason I put 2 and 2 together with that.
2 and 2 or 1 and 2?
1 and 2. You always put 1 and 2 together.
Incorrect.
I don't know. I feel like every episode we've said 1 and 2, so it has to be correct now, right?
It's a brand now.
It is a brand. We should patent that.
It's only your brand.
We'll put on a t-shirt.
Yeah, putting 1 and 2 together.
Put it on a...
We'll work
Just
on
put
it.
just put numbers on a T-shirt.
We'll-
Yeah,
we'll
so
post it.
original.
The raccoons and I will work on it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
R&D.
Perfect. Okay, so we cut back to Rose. She gets to her car, but now her car won't start. She calls her husband, but she doesn't get an answer because nothing is working. And she sees a picture also in her car, and it's of the elementary school. So she decides that's where she's going to look for her daughter, at the elementary school. But before she gets a chance to do this, lady cop Sybil Bennett shows up, and she points a gun at her and arrests her.
Yep. I'm going to take you back to my car. Just kidding.
Motorcycle.
Paddy wagon. That's an ambulance?
What is a paddy
I
wagon?
don't know.
think the
I've been
paddy
trying to
wagon-
figure this out for years.
I think the paddy wagon's what they would just throw all the hooligans in the back of and then knock them around.
Throw you in the slammer. I never knew what a paddy wagon. I hear it all the time, though. I don't know what it is, but appreciate it.
Well, there's no paddy wagon. What there is, though, is a walking scene with Rose and Sybil where they're walking back to Brahms, which is the town they were originally in.
Correct.
We now cut to Sean Bean, who shows up at the bridge to Silent Hill, where he meets these police officers who are there already investigating the missing people, and they have found Rose's car with no one in it.
Yeah, I know the one guy who's the officer is Kim Coates. I just know him from Sons of Anarchy. His name is Kim. Kim Coates.
I've
Sorry.
never seen Sons of Anarchy.
His name is Kim, the actor.
Oh,
His name is, Kim Coates, I think.
and in Sons of Anarchy, his name is Kim?
No. Tiger?
Oh,
It's close enough.
Sorry.
yeah, it's basically Kim,
What is
right?
his name? Thomas Gucci.
Detective Thomas Gucci.
What a great name.
Which sounds like some type of fan fiction that I wrote up.
I mean, his character is essentially, I guess, a fan fiction since he's not in Silent Hill
That's true.
at all.
That is true.
Tamaguchi.
Tamagotchi?
Tamaguchi. Just if you say it quick, it's like Tamagotchi, but
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
sure.
Throwback to the 90s, Silent Hill and Tamagotchi.
Can we get to the school?
No, we can't get to the school yet.
Are you sure?
Positive. Because we're going to start walking. I believe this is when the walkie-talkie.
The walkie-talkie
It starts making the staticking
because
noise.
there's something amuck.
It basically is a muck.
Is a lying figure?
Yeah,
It
it's
is the lying figure
yeah,
from the second game.
yes. And it's basically this formless creature that just has 2 legs, no arms, and the center of it shoots out this like acid gas.
It's black.
Yeah.
Black gas.
That's what it is, right?
Black goo gas.
Because I strongly recommend anybody who listens to play the Silent Hill games, especially 1, 2, and 3. A lot of the monsters used in this movie are from 2 because they are very iconic in that capacity. And the lying figure especially, I think the reason it sprays acid without going too much into the plot of 2 is because it's supposed to represent someone in James's life that was really sick. Mm-hmm. And that's why like it kind of sprays this acid from its like respiratory area.
Makes sense.
Very great first intro here.
It's like if you take a human being and you drape an amoeba, a black amoeba over them, and you're trying to get out of it, and you're constantly shifting your arms. It's like you're in the amoeba. You have a straitjacket,
Yes.
and you're swirling around, and you're trying to get out of the black amoeba. That's what this looks like.
You're like an evil green man.
Yes, like
Yes.
an evil green man.
Okay. All right. Now we're all on the same page.
And then you spit your black gas, and you hit Sybil, and she has to take off her clothes.
Yeah, she takes off the helmet. She takes off the jacket because they're kind of like getting all hot and melty.
And
And
boner check.
no, we're good. And Rose then starts running, even though she's handcuffed. But she does this cool thing where she just puts the cuffs around her legs to the other side. Can you
breaks for it.
Yeah, where you sit down and you push it over your butt and you just kind of step through them.
Wouldn't you have to dislocate your shoulder to do that? I feel
That's
like
what I
it's
was
not
thinking.
If your arms are long enough, you really don't have to.
All right,
The
hold on.
power of a mother's love.
I gotta try
everybody.
this real quick. 1 second.
Let's see it.
You having fun?
So you're handcuffed. All right. I'm gonna get up and give you some space.
I guess you could just do it.
Yeah, she really was like over exaggeratingly on the ground doing it. Brian just perfected getting out of handcuffs, everybody.
So now we know if Brian's ever arrested, he can make a run for it and get his hands to the front.
Mahjong. You ever play?
Yeah, used to play on the computer.
Help me do that.
Play Mahjong?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We can do it later. All right. So inside, Rose instantly finds a set of keys to the entire school, and she finds an overly large flashlight.
Why is everything so overly big in this movie?
It really, right?
The lighter, the flashlight. There's a trend here.
Yeah, everything is super big.
So now we cut back to Sean Bean and the other cop driving through Silent Hill to find Rose, and they're also trying to find Sybil. This is actually, I believe, where we learned Sybil's like one of the best cops.
She's a hero cop.
She once stayed in a well for 3 days with a kid to try to save him after someone had threw a kid down the well. It's just a regular town. So as they're driving through, there's no ash coming from it. It's just a regular abandoned town.
Delis, butcher shop, general store,
I believe-
barber shop. You need a cut?
Yep, which is what the cop's dad owned, right? The barber shop.
Absolutely.
Mr. Gucci.
Probably Tamaguchi
Yeah,
Senior. He died though.
he did
That's
die.
a dead dad.
It's a very dead dad. Jesus Christ. Rose then finds a notebook of a girl, Alessa Gillespie.
I think it's
Yeah.
Gillespie.
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 Gillespie?
Yes.
Gillespie.
Alessa
I
Gillespie.
like everyone's take on it, though. It's good.
And then after she finds this book, she sees the little girl again and starts to chase her. She chases her into a bathroom where she opens one of the stalls and she finds a person barbed wire tied with their like legs going around their head almost.
So I don't know if you guys can tell. I feel like you could. All the people who were chosen to play like those characters, like the barbed wire guy, who like later when we go into the nightmare realm of this place, they're all played by dancers because that's someone whose legs are actually touching their head.
Yes, I did hear
Yeah.
this. I think the nurses, too, later
Yeah,
on are all
all of
choreographed
them.
dancers.
Yeah, they were all hired contortionists and dancers to play these parts.
Huh.
I like that.
I will say one cool thing I like about the whole janitor corpse scene when this is very much like the video games is that you've got this very disturbing like set piece and it's like, hey, because she has to grab an item out of his mouth.
Yes, and I love that.
It felt like you could have been like, press X, do you want to grab this or not? Yes or no, and then something
Like
happens.
James in Silent Hill 2, where he has to reach down toilets and just pull out stuff from the toilets.
As one in the right state of mind would do, Shane.
Yes. Brian just has this look. He's just kind of staring.
A little drunk.
Well, you are.
No, I am, yeah, a little bit.
But you also ate food.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird. So, we are in this bathroom. Brian is drunk in this bathroom. She does now, as Tim said, reach into the corpse mouth, and she pulls out a stone. Like, what exactly was this?
Wasn't it a clue to the next place she
It
went?
is,
wa-
but like, what was the item
I
exactly?
think it was like something on the door of the hotel.
Yes, because she has a broken off piece of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
that's
broken
what
off piece of the
I was
hotel.
confused about this
But
part.
it was maybe it was like the door number or something. It was something that had to be clearly from the hotel.
Sometimes, you know, like those old school hotels will have like you had a key and then there was like a key ring and it had like the name of the hotel, like if found, please return to, something
Yeah.
like that.
So now she goes to leave the bathroom because now she wants to go to the hotel, as we have established this is what she finds. But when she opens the door, there's 3 people in like these old school miner suits.
We're calling them the miners.
Yes.
Yes,
And they have a
very original name.
and they have a canary,
They do have a canary, and
which they promptly ignore.
And they're all business.
all the time. So she runs back and closes the door.
which somehow, even though the door looks like it's a million years old, they cannot kick down.
No, but the siren goes off again, and the bird starts flipping out. So the miners all turn back and start to run away as Silent Hill now turns to the other world, the nightmare world.
The sexy world.
Yes. Now, in this other world, the corpse from the
Yes.
stall now crawls out.
Yes.
And everything it touches seems to like turn into mold or something.
It gets like more corrupted. I will say, as scary as this scene was supposed to be, I was not a big fan of the noises he made. Does anybody want to take an ASMR approach at this? Because I will.
wait, let me take my headphones off.
No, this is Brian's chance.
You
Make the
proceed.
noises.
Make the noise.
You may proceed.
I don't think I can. I'll be honest. I don't even know like I could do this.
I want
It's
your
a
best
weird-
attempt.
Do you want to do it and then I'll do my take?
My headphones are off, so this is your only chance.
I don't think I can.
I believe in you. That's what I thought I heard.
I am so
It was
glad
like-
my headphones are off.
It was like. Because it got like a little tonguey. You know what I
Very
mean?
tonguey. Much like Mike G's going to do to Shane later.
Hey Shane, do you want to make it on mic?
I like the little.
Yeah.
He didn't say no that time.
I'm sorry, I was too busy mouth breathing at Brian.
He's
me a-
moistening up the
How about
glands
a
for later.
I'm like a.
Jen is completely tapped out.
Like bust for me. Bust
my
for me.
headphones are off this whole segment.
Oh, I'm about to bust.
I'm about to
That
bust.
makes one of us.
So Hank Hill is the janitor.
All right, headphones are coming back on.
All right, so now we've all busted. She opens the door to the bathroom, and she sees that the miners are getting just ravaged by these bugs.
Yeah, they're fucking them up, dude. They're pretty vicious. You don't want to fuck with these things. What are you doing?
Peeing.
Oh, you want some more? Okay, that's fair.
You stole Brian's? I respect it.
To be fair, I was not poured glass.
What?
If you want Prosecco, I haven't drank anything.
We didn't open the champagne. That's true.
So, moving on. We are outside, the bugs. They're eating the miners. She runs, and she falls through a fence as she's trying to hide from these bugs. She then sees Pyramid Head come out of the bugs.
This is interesting.
So,
Do you want to know something really fun about this?
Yeah, let me hear it.
The guy who is just as Pyramid Head had to wear 14-inch heels.
why? Just to be taller?
Yeah.
Like they should have a taller guy do it. Like I don't understand.
Could you imagine? Because this guy's jacked.
Huge.
The guy who plays Pyramid Head is fucking
This is not
jacked.
the first time you
Yes.
see Pyramid Head in the movie, though. You
It
just-
is. Right?
It is. This is the
No,
first time.
I think you see him outside before he comes in the place.
No, that's it. That's later when they're at the church.
No, I think it's at this scene. I think you see him outside, and then when you're talking about the scene where he busts in the room.
no, he's not busting
No,
in the
no,
room.
no.
yet. This is when we first
He
see him
manifests
emerge.
following the roaches, and then when she gets out into the school courtyard, he
This
he
is
busts
Yeah, so
This
out.
is before Sybil.
So this is the scene before that he does that.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
that- well, I didn't really notice his bicep until that scene. That's why.
So I just want to say one thing about this. So again, going back to our Dead by Daylight discussion about Pyramid Head being in this movie doesn't make fucking sense.
It doesn't. I agree.
And I will not go too in depth here because I want people to play Silent Hill 2, but Silent Hill is supposed to be a manifestation of like your fears, the problems that are plaguing you, and everything in Silent Hill 2 with regards to James's character is a manifestation of his sexual frustrations. Pyramid Head being like basically like him to the extremes, because when you see Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2, he's always like just fucking with the other enemies, and it makes no sense. I'm glad to see Pyramid Head. I just don't get why they never explain it. I know, Shane, I know you know as well, either 2 or 3, they make mention of like a executioner or someone who casts judgment.
Yes, he's
In the other world?
He's the judgment of the people that go to the other world.
So he really would take onto the form of whoever it would be that's in Silent Hill. It just doesn't make sense. I think the executioner is a great concept because, Jen, you had asked before, like, how does he show up in other games? I think there is something like him in another game, but he's not Pyramid Head.
No, he's not. See, the thing is, like we said, he's supposed to be the judgment, the executioner. Like, the mother hasn't done anything worth judgment. The whole point of
Yeah.
him being
She's a bad bitch.
James has done something wrong, and he's facing his own judgment.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. And like you said, the whole sexual frustration thing, the first time you see Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2, he's actually like
Doing
kind of
some
like
weird shit.
He's like raping one of the villains.
I remember
the,
that.
The
It's
two,
a fucking the mannequin lady.
yes,
things.
the two lake things.
Yeah, he's just like mostly spazzing out, but it's it's implied.
Yeah, it's implied.
It's the implication.
They're like standing up 69ing.
yeah.
That's
What the fuck?
like athletes do.
So even thinking about in the terms of the movie, I think he's so out of place. Even putting the video game aside, he's out of place. Number one, you don't have a purpose for why any of these monsters are in here in general. You just think like this is a creepy place, so there's bound to be weird, creepy monsters within the fog area. However, I would say is everything is in Legion, whereas he's only one. So you think that there's some kind of implied significance of what he's doing, and there's absolutely no context to his
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
So even if you take the video game aside, it still doesn't even make sense.
They never explain him.
no,
No.
they don't.
He's just in there to look creepy.
The only other thing I'll say about him is his helmet is 12 pounds.
12 pound? Is it a shard? What the hell is what's in there?
I don't really know too much about the metal head.
What's
to be honest,
in there?
it's just
knock
Pyramid
on.
Head, right?
I think.
Is it like a punishment
Okay,
helmet?
I don't remember if it's
No
in the
idea.
later video games or actually in the second Silent Hill movie, but they show the person have the pyramid strapped onto their head.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like an executioner's hood, but it's like the punishment helmet.
Exactly.
It's the dunce cap for executioners.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. So we will now cut to Sean Bean. Him and the cop are searching through the school to find Rose, but they can't find her. back to the next part. It's so, like I said, it's pointless.
Is this whole side story worth the final scene? And it probably isn't, because the viewer, you would know anyway that the dimensional thing. We'll get to it.
So now we go back to Rose. She's stuck. She's like kind of giving up and letting the bugs go towards her. But then Sybil pulls her away and they run into the room. And this is when they unhandcuff Rose, and then Pyramid Head stabs through the door towards them.
Yeah.
This is the scene you were talking
Well,
about.
because this is the scene where I actually got to see his bicep laid out.
Yeah.
And it's very portioned bicep. There's a lot of tone and definition in that bicep.
Very hot.
What I'd also like to say is that Sybil is definitely a rescue cop. Now, here's my question to you. She's a hero.
Yeah.
She's done this before. She knows the game.
I mean, not this exactly.
Why does she do what she does? Is above and beyond her job description. Do you think there's something in her backstory, in her history, that makes her do this? Is she a perfectionist? Does she have something that she's trying to make up for? Let's maybe make a prequel to her character.
Like, why is she like...
Why is she hero cop?
You know, it's a good point, because everyone that is in Silent Hill like this is supposed to have like a demon they're fighting, right?
Kind of, yeah. And Sybil, honestly, out of anybody in the series, to me, especially in the first game, makes no... Sybil was just doing her job in both cases, and just got the short end of the stick and ended up
Wrong
here.
place at the wrong time.
Exactly. There's no other reason. I mean, if you want to make an argument for being a hero cop, I think that's why they gave her the whole backstory about saving the child.
Yeah.
And having a bad history with the town anyway. And now, I don't know how she ended up getting pulled into Silent Hill 2. I know that she, quote unquote, took a bump to the head when she bumped her. But why did she have a crash? Because, okay, you understand why the mother and the daughter had a car crash.
Yeah.
Because that's just like the first game. Yeah. Why did Sybil have a crash? I know that's the same question I asked in the first game too, but either way.
It's the one thing that's not like really explained in either thing. So I guess it is accurate to the game.
Yeah, that's true.
She's an alcoholic.
And one thing that the movie did not include that the first game did, where's the drug dealer side plot? Where's the motorcycle with the drugs hidden in the exhaust pipe?
This question
That's
that needs
where
to be
I
answered.
keep all of my blue crystal meth.
Yeah.
A very weird part of the game where it actually gets you a different ending in the game if you solve the drug dealer side quest.
That is
Does it
true.
really?
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of amazing endings in the games. There's the dog ending. There's the UFO ending. We should have gotten a UFO ending for this movie.
Oh, that would have been fun.
That would have been fantastic. All right. So Sybil starts shooting at Pyramid Head because he has stabbed a hole. The bugs are starting to come in. But then Pyramid Head pulls back and all the bugs start to die and the siren goes off. So we're learning it's like a time limit how long you're in the other world. Mm-hmm. This is when they realize the thing that she pulled out of the mouth is the hotel marker, and they know they need to go to the hotel. Sean Bean and the cop leave Silent Hill, and he tells Sean Bean never to come back. And Sean Bean's like, well, I'm going to come back with my friends. And then, actually, this is the one important thing, so I will mention this now. Sean Bean instantly calls to get the police records for Silent Hill because he wants to learn up the history, and they say, these are confidential, we can't give you any information.
You need to dig deep into the town's archives. Learn a little backstory.
Yes, this is the most important part of his whole movie because now he's going to turn into exposition, the character.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now Rose and Sybil, they find a girl named Anna as they get into the hotel. Anna is literally just a girl who scavenges for food.
They all do. I think
Yeah.
they all have to go out and scavenge for food and materials to just keep afloat. And it's interesting.
They mention it too. That they're like, we're scavengers as the group. They actually label themselves that.
Yes.
Rose mentions Dahlia to Anna. Anna says she's a cast out. She no longer belongs to the church. They want nothing to do with her. She's on her own.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll explain why later. I just want to make a quick note about Dahlia. Is it just me, or even though she was supposed to look like a very old, disheveled woman, there was like kind of like a hot woman with a wig on, basically?
100%. I saw it the whole time.
Tara Unger, that was like, her agent was probably like, you can make her look like shit, but hot.
Yeah.
So I obviously don't know any of the names of most of the characters, even though I love this movie, because I didn't realize which character. I thought you were referring to the redhead, and I was like, she's not a cast out.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the old.
Yeah, the old lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anna is pretty much just...
Is that her name?
Anna's the redhead scavenger
okay.
who's telling Dahlia to fuck off, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, she had like a little bit of like, I don't know, like maybe she had like some wrinkles in her eyes, and that was just like the
Barely,
work of
right?
makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the movies that I like, I still don't know anyone's name.
I think that's why though they also put like the hair over her face because they did such a bad job of making her look bad to like just cover her
Dumb
face with hair.
casting choice. Just get someone that's older. Like she has to be old. You know what I mean? Like she has to be. She's legitimately like a fucking grandmother. She has to be old.
Because she's supposed to be in her. If the fire was in the 70s,
1974.
and the
Technically
movie
a
takes
mother,
place
but-
in 2006, and at the time of the fire, she's in her 30s at least, so she's got to be in her 70s
70,
by
yeah.
now.
Yeah, absolutely. I
But
think it was a budget
That
thing.
makes it weird because everyone in this movie, like even the priestess or whatever we want to call her,
You mean Christabella?
Christabella,
Well-
yeah, she doesn't, none of them really in
Age.
this, yeah, none of them seem to age, so it confused me.
I feel like we're going to get into that, but then I agree. In relation to Dahlia, it makes no sense.
Yes.
But I also have a question as to why. We'll go into this later about the
Okay.
detective. We'll explain
Yeah, because
why.
I actually have questions about
I
him,
have
too.
questions
Okay.
about Detective Gucci.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The old ageless wonder Tamaguchi.
Yes, okay,
How
all right.
old was his dad? Because his son's fucking old.
Okay. So we are in the hotel. She finds a drawing in the room 111 slot of the hotel.
Such a video game thing. This
And they're like, well,
and
Yeah.
I like that.
well,
I like it
now I need to go to room 111.
Yeah.
It's
So-
like all of these breadcrumbs.
Yes.
Speaking
Sean.
of breadcrumbs,
Ooh.
Okay. Sean Bean then breaks into the records room and he looks up the Silent Hill records.
Oh, I called this part Sean Bean commits a felony
Yeah.
because I have titles for all the things he does in this movie.
That's
That's
fair.
one of them.
Perfect. Because he finds a picture of Alessa and realizes it looks exactly like Sharon.
and I think the picture's from what, 74?
Yes.
You know what the funniest part of the scene to me is that he's like, I need to find these records. And it's like, gee, I wonder which ones they are. And it's the boxes that are completely burnt.
Yeah.
It's like, found it.
Well, I'd ask you a question. Who do you prefer, Alessa now or 74?
Who's hotter?
It's a
Which do you
child.
prefer?
That's a child, Bri.
No, I didn't say that. I said, which do you prefer, 74 or dark Alessa?
Ooh. I like the dark Alessa because I like the evil spirit character. It's interesting.
Okay.
She gets her revenge. She wants her revenge.
I kind of
Sure.
like Dark Alyssa.
See?
I'm going to go Meg Ryan.
Because
What a twist.
In the cut, Meg Ryan?
Oh, my God.
All right. So,
great visuals for an audio podcast.
yes.
Sharon Stone.
Basic Instinct.
Jodie Foster, taxi driver.
No comment.
All right. So, we're going up to room 111, which isn't there. But what is there is a painting that you can cut open to get to room 111.
And you would know to cut right through that painting to get to 111.
Well, yeah, because I've played enough video games. I know that.
And so does she, because she does it.
Yeah. So then
With the good old butter knife.
it's true. So RCA, then I'm calling them RCA now. Rose, Sybil, Anna.
Okay. I like how Anna's just tagging along. She's
She re-
fucking tagging along.
She really didn't need to, though. Like, she just decided to go with them.
She's like, I might as
She's
well.
like, I'm on an adventure now. They pull a Silent Hill 2, and they jump from hotel room to hotel room out
like
of a
that.
window, which I
building,
do.
Building swap.
Yeah, which is the thing that they do in Silent Hill 2. Like I said, this movie takes a lot from Silent Hill 2, as Tim said. It's why he's wearing a Silent Hill 2 jacket. And this is when Rose finds the girl, Alessa, and she's like, you could be like Sharon's twin, pretty much. Then she instantly turns evil again, right?
Yeah.
What was her line?
Whose line? Sorry.
Alessa's line when she holds her arms. She's like,
I'm burning.
I'm burning.
Oh, yeah.
And then she catches on fire.
That was one of my favorite scenes, just because I thought it was hysterical. It's like you're like, child, are you okay? And she's just like, I'm burning.
Yeah, she catches fire basically from arm to arm as she outstretches.
Yes.
I want to do that party trick.
And maybe I may be in the minority here. I thought the kid's voice for Sharon was fucking annoying. I thought the voice, like the age of the voice, didn't match up with the age of the actress
Yeah. I could agree with
because
that.
she was like, "Mommy," like just very.
Do you remember the movie Case 39?
Yes.
You remember her in that movie?
Yes, she's the little girl.
Oh my God. What a fucking brat.
She's a real brat.
She needs to be punished. Like, time out.
Yeah.
Should we burn
Yeah.
her?
Why are you looking at me like I'm some sick fuck, Shane? I just said that
is
she should go in
happening?
time out.
I-
She killed people, Shane.
Sometimes I don't know with you, and
Oh, you good?
Shane, read the letter again. No,
I
I'm
vote.
kidding.
I vote.
I'm gonna open it, and the letter's gonna be blank.
I hope not.
I vote that we burn her.
Burn her.
Burn her. Burn the witch.
Oh my God. Burn the witch. Burn her. I love the ending of this.
We'll be getting there.
I love that
We'll be
last. I'm
getting
sorry.
there.
I love it.
Okay, so the birds then all start to fly away, and Anna's like, we gotta go, like right fucking now.
Birds.
Bird. They decide to run to the church because that is what they do.
And you know what? It's weird that like always for like horror movies like this, I feel like it always ends and begins at a church.
Probably.
There's a good symbolism in that though, like because like the church is always like the safe haven, right? Whenever things go wrong, everybody runs to the church because obviously it's known for its wonderful
Reputation?
How safe the architecture of a giant triangle on top of a square is, as you know.
Definitely.
Good architecture, completely sealed glass that you can't break through.
No, you can't break stained glass.
Can't catch fire at all.
We are now at the church, and there, all these people are just running into the church. Like there's like 50 people now that show up.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Right behind them, you just see all of these dirty dirt people. I feel like I was watching the Twin Peaks reboot. There's like a fucking bunch of dirty people.
Fucking woodsman came
Yeah,
out.
the woodsmen are running into the
You
into
got a
the
light.
church. Got a light.
Dahlia
Got a light.
shows up, and like Anna's pelting her with rocks.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, and it's a weird looking sigil, I guess, or logo
Yeah.
to the religion that they believe in.
Yeah, it's a cult.
It's an interesting cult.
Definitely a
And,
cult.
and Pyramid Head shows up, and
This is the best.
This
and
scene is actually awesome.
it's a badass scene. And he grabs Anna's skin
Oh yeah.
and just rips her skin off.
I love this part so much because he rips off her outfit first. Like he rips off her clothes.
yeah.
That's a very Pyramid Head thing,
Yes.
in my opinion.
All of her clothes, every single cloth and garb that she's wearing comes
Whoosh.
off in one
What?
grab.
He peeled her like string cheese.
And then he decides to de-skin her with one grab.
He literally grabs her, twists it like her whole body's a fucking nipple, and just pulls it off.
Give her a whole little nipple twist and just yoink.
And
gone.
then he pelts the skin at the door.
Yeah.
and like it comes through like the blood and everything. Like
It's a fucking awesome scene.
it's incredible.
But then the townspeople were like, witches! Witches!
You're all witches.
And then Sybil pulls out her gun and silences them.
yes.
Last bullet.
I know this is going to sound weird, but is this how it was back in the day? And if so, I kind of want to be an accuser.
I mean, we've already stated that if there was like a search party, you would literally come with like a torch and a pitchfork.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you would come and be like, witch hunt. And they're like, Brian, this is a fucking like search party. We're missing a child.
I'd be like one of those people in Resident Evil 4 in the village that are holding up the fucking torch. No, in
Just yelling.
there's a lot of power in literally pointing at someone that you have no idea who they are, where their background from, where they came, who they are, where they've been, how much dirt they have on their bodies, and calling them a witch, and then seeing your actions be the justification for them getting burned at the stake. You know?
Sound logic.
Who's with me here? Burn them. Burn them all.
Let's burn Mike G at the stake.
Burn them, witch. Oh my God.
You good?
Someone burned me.
All right, so the church people begin to pray, and then we cut to Sean Bean at an orphanage, and he's just berating a nun for answers about his daughter. And as Sean Bean is questioning this nun,
The nun's not giving anything up, Shane.
she's
Shane's
not.
saying
The
shit.
nuns never give it up. So then the cop.
Wow.
He's actually right there.
See, that was clever. Thank you.
These clever quips.
The cop shows up from earlier, and he arrests Sean Bean. And the cop
He's
says,
like, let me take you back to the paddy wagon.
yes. The cop's just like, let me deal with this. He's like, you got to get out of here, sir. You got to leave.
He's like, this is my town. Let me deal with the problems in Silent Hill. This is not your jurisdiction. You're not even a cop.
Is this when the cop explains everything to Sean Bean as well?
Mostly, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So, Tim, what do you have to say about this cop?
This cop is immortal. They're gonna show something in the scene about. I believe he pulls his gloves off and he's got like burnt hands, right?
Yes.
They'll explain that later.
He opens them both up and he sees it in the explanation,
But
yeah.
this cop claims that he was there during the incident in the 70s. And they're going to have a shot later on that shows him.
Dark Alessa is the one that brings
Yes.
it up and you see
Yes,
everything.
Dark Alessa brings up the recap. And he literally looks the same as he does then and now. There's something else going on with this cop that did not get explained.
Immortal Kim Coates.
Immortal Detective Tamaguchi.
That's what I want to know. Is it because he was... Did he
The
die?
Tales of Tamaguchi.
Did this man die in that fire? Are you okay, Brian?
No,
I can tell.
I should not have had those 3 beers this morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm okay though. I'm hanging in.
Beers and ice cream. Good breakfast.
Beers,
I was
ice cream,
literally about
and
to
these
say
2
that.
drinks.
Wait, you-
Mike's, you're doing okay? Thanks, Mike's, for the sabotage.
So, okay, a mortal cop. All right? Something's not right. I don't like this. I don't know. Just so everyone knows, this is not a character in the Silent Hill series. It makes no sense why he's here. Again, the whole Sean Bean story is just complete BS exposition. I am done.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
He's right.
So we cut back to the church, and Rose now meets the cult leader, church leader, whatever you want to call her, Christabella.
Cult leader.
She learns about the dark demon at this point. That
Yes.
they have let this dark demon in, and that's why they're hiding in the church. When they refer to the dark demon, are they referring to Alessa or Pyramid Head?
I
Alessa?
think it's Alessa.
Okay.
And did they
Well,
also...
I think I thought it was actually just like a demon in general that inhabits Alessa.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because the demon, even later, like the demon says, like she came to Alessa because she felt her hate. So she's essentially
Yeah.
just a host.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. So they all decide, Rose, Sybil, Christabella, a couple other members of the order, that they're going to find Sharon and take care of Alessa or whatever. So they go to the hospital. I forgot why they decided the hospital. Was there like a clue that I forgot about?
They're like, that's where the demon lives or something.
The hospital?
Crap, yeah.
I think they just felt like her daughter was with them. Like, was maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I
This
mean,
is fan service.
it's all it is, right?
It is fan service, but they do because they're gonna have that scene where she has to memorize the map because this is what is this like 2000? If the movie was in 2006,
yeah.
she's got a Nokia phone on a chain, by the way, that she's been running around with. The Nokia phone, as always, will be the MVP of all time. But we didn't have the ability to take pictures back then. She's memorizing a literal hospital map. Now we would have just been like smartphone, like that would have been
Yeah.
easy. So that I think they said the demon resides in like a specific room in the hospital.
One of
That's
the ward,
okay.
one of the
That's what it
wards,
was.
Yeah.
So we get to the hospital, and then Christabella realizes that Sharon is actually
Sharon
Alessa.
Tate.
Yes,
What the twist?
is actually Alessa.
Yeah.
And so she goes to attack Rose, but Sybil throws Rose into the elevator, and Sybil takes on all of them. And now, please explain to me,
Why she doesn't go down the elevator?
yes, or why when she's pointing the gun at them, why she fires knowing there's no bullets.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she just slowly back away with the gun pointing at them and get in the elevator? There was no reason for this sacrifice.
Hero cop.
Yeah, this was an interesting scene. This was one very tired cop versus 4 to 5 emaciated West Virginian coal miners. I will say that the gun scene was funny just because she pulled the trigger and knowing there was nothing left, just had that smirk on her face like she won because she got this woman on her way to save
Yep.
her kid.
Just to flinch.
Right, exactly.
She's like, save your kid. No backup. No weaponry. Go down there.
Good
and then she
luck.
walls it off.
Yeah.
Good
No,
luck.
She should have. Yeah, Shane, I'm with you. I didn't get this. The second I saw this too, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. Why? Also, another question. Why? Isn't Silent Hill take place in like Maine?
I thought it was in Virginia-ish, maybe.
I actually don't know off the top of my head. I would have to look
I
that
don't know why I
one
have
up.
Maine in my head. I don't know.
Could not tell
It's definitely East Coast, coastal for sure.
We have the internet, folks.
Yes, we do. But I'll explain the next scene while Brian internets. So Rose is now going down, and she's walking through the lower wards where she meets sexy nurses. And she realizes the sexy nurses only react when light is shined on them, which is also something is not in the games at all.
That's true. Oh, yep, it was Maine, Bri. Good
Look at
job.
you, in
Good
Maine.
job. Wow, I'm a bad fan. You can have my jacket at the end of this.
I don't deserve it. You guys are way bigger fans than I am. I just remember that for some reason.
Good looks. Okay. Yes, sexy nurses.
So we won't dive into the sexy nurses rant again because we did that earlier. But
They're very dormant, though.
yeah, unless light is shined on them, and then they start doing their hypnotic dancing.
I'm not like you, Shane. I don't like my women externally still.
Which that doesn't
Weird comment.
that doesn't actually make any sense because when she wasn't shining the light on them, they started moving again.
Yes, I can't explain that.
I think they follow the light because they're fully bandaged through the face. I think they're relying on their senses. So when she gets really close and she turns the light off, I think she kind of confuses the shit out of them, so they start to swing rapidly with their knives, and that's when they all start hitting each other because they're like, what's hitting me? Who is that?
They have great aim of each other's throats.
Oh my goodness. The precision was incredible.
Great slices. Really good
We
slices.
should take notes.
More fan service, I felt.
It
A little
Yeah.
forced. Could have been better. I mean, it's cool, but I feel like if they manipulated the fan service to make it more realistic to what they were actually, video game aside, like I said, because clearly they already made it a point not to follow. If they were to just like try not to insert the game into the movie at this point where it's already deviated from the game,
Right.
they should have just went a different route.
The nurses are in Silent Hill 1 because this movie is supposed to be somewhat following the plot of Silent Hill 1.
Yes.
In which case, like, the nurses in 1 are very creepy looking because, again, it's supposed to be Alessa's perspective on hospitals and, like, you know, doctors, nurses. I think it was a combination of doctors and nurses in the first one, right?
It is. It's doctors, nurses. But my point was they're covered up. They actually look like doctors and nurses.
They are. They're
not.
right. They just look really grotesque.
They're not a college girl going to a Halloween party.
I like my nurses a little underdressed. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean,
I like a little good bedside manner once in a while.
exactly. I like my doctors, you know, with a nice doctor coat and big dick,
Dick cleavage.
little dick cleavage, little cleavage, little dick.
Little low hanging fruit.
Yeah. What would dick cleavage be?
I think it's those lines.
That come like
Yeah.
Foreskin?
no.
Whoa.
Like, you talking about
All
the V? The V.
Yeah, the V.
The ab V. The ab V.
The ab V would be dick cleavage,
Okay.
right?
The ab V.
I'll take your word for
We'll
it.
take input on this.
Okay. So Rose goes through a door. She finds Alessa, and Alessa's like, "Congrats! Here's your reward. Let me show you the entire plot of the movie."
Yeah, so this is where she kind of goes, like you said, like, talks about the whole history of Silent Hill, what happened. This is where you see fucking Tamaguchi in the 60s.
He burned his hands. Looks the same as he did today now. So this is what I wanted to bring up. Did he die in that fire with everyone else and, like, is now the protector of the realms? I don't fucking know.
That would actually make more sense than what he is, which is just a small town cop with some burnt hands.
No, he has to
who
be. because
doesn't fucking age.
He definitely has to be. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, when you say he's a protector, he literally, in a way, workshops it so, like, he only shows Ned Stark exactly what he wants to show him. Like,
Yeah.
they never get to anything specific. They never have any deep conversations. And he's like, listen, you get out of here. This is my area. So he kind of always, like, tries to push him off and not give him too many details about in Silent Hill because I think that's his, like, this is mine. I own this.
I will say I really like this scene, as ridiculous as it was. It felt very much like a video game cutscene where it's like, here's a bunch of, like, footage, and then someone's going to narrate over it.
Yes. So just to break down kind of what we see, we learned that Dahlia had Alessa without a father, or, like, doesn't want to reveal who the father is.
Yeah, she pretty much had him out of wedlock for whatever reason.
Bastard
Or
kid,
her out of wedlock.
unfortunately, they
Yeah.
call it.
So the church is already, I'm not even calling the church. The cult is already, like, offended by this.
Well, if you have an illegitimate child, she's a witch.
Yeah, that's what they're getting. And then they're
Burner.
Not the Virgin Mary, a witch.
She's a witch.
they're even more offended when the small girl gets raped by the janitor
Yeah,
in the
what
bathroom,
was that?
which is not necessary.
Nope.
Nope.
Not at all.
Just adding to it.
Maybe
Yeah.
to just show how fucked up the town
Yeah,
is.
they're just adding
Yeah.
to it just to show, like,
Yeah.
they're there.
Yeah.
They're sick people.
So then Dahlia agrees to give Alessa to the cult, and the cult burns her, but accidentally drops the fire and burns themselves, killing all of themselves.
So they burn her like she's a roasting pork.
Yes, that's exactly how they cook her. But she survives.
She does.
She does, but that's all by accident.
Yeah.
Like
She's Char.
yeah, and her mom, like, immediately when she brings her to the hotel so they can purify her, or however they fucking put it, they're like, "Oh, you can't come in though. We're gonna kill your child, but you can't come in."
but you can't see this.
So, and that's why she went to go get the cop. So that's why he's there in general.
Yes, to save the day. He saves only the girl. Like I said, the whole cult burns except for her. They bring her to the hospital where they just talk about her hate manifesting and getting angrier. And she gets so angry, she starts to take it out on the nurse,
Yes.
who, like, we'll see, gets her face carved up.
Yeah, the nurse was got a little too curious.
Which is the nurse from Silent Hill 1. She is wearing the exact outfit from that nurse.
That to me, closest thing to real source material fan service here with Lisa the nurse. Very fantastic. I really love Lisa the nurse in SH1.
She's incredible.
Amazing.
And so we then see that Alessa meets the dark spirit, the dark demon, and agrees to let her inhabit her body in order to take revenge on the town of Silent Hill.
Yeah, so that's the deal that was made. So basically, this charred girl, who has so much manifested hate, decides to make a deal with this demon that the cult now has laid dormant in their hospital.
Yeah.
Make a deal, and now she's inhabited by the demon. The demon goes inside of Alessa, and essentially how Sharon is born is whatever's left is ripped off of Alessa to
Yes.
birth.
The good side of her.
Cheryl.
And that...
Share Bear.
Yeah,
Sharon.
Cheryl Shannon. And that is put into the orphanage,
Correct.
which is adopted by Sean Bean and his wife.
But that was weird because wasn't it like evil Alessa like drops the baby off?
Yes.
It drops
It
the
made
baby off
no
out of town.
sense.
And the baby just is found out of an orphanage, like out of town.
It would have been better like in the original game. They literally found Cheryl on the side of the road.
Yes.
I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
No, we had to have the evil demon drop her off in an
What
orphanage.
a good evil demon.
Yeah, the evil demon's not even that evil. It just got revenge on the cult for a poor little girl.
Honestly, the demon's not even evil. The town is evil. Like
Yeah.
the demon is just like
Just gets its rocks
getting a
off
little
on it.
just like
Yeah.
Just likes to wreak havoc.
killing bad people.
The demon just likes to wreak havoc, pretty much.
Exactly.
I mean, to be honest with you, that flashback scene is pretty lengthy and
Yeah.
little out of place, like you said with the narrating.
I feel like they didn't know how to properly weave it all in, so they're like just boom.
Yeah.
Story drop right there.
This is when we cut back to the church. And this is where we see that Sybil is tied up to a giant ladder.
She's hoisted.
Yes. And they slowly lower the ladder to, as Jen said earlier, it's the perfect way to put it, roast her like a pig.
Yeah, it's tough.
They just hold her over the coals. And, like, she takes this unrealistically well.
Well,
Way too calm for someone like being somebody that has burnt my hands on the stove trying to make French fries. She was way too calm about this.
Yeah.
Way too calm.
she's not part of the cult. She's an outsider. She's a witch. Burn her.
I love that they can show you like every layer of skin burning.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They show her slowly burning. And I feel like there'd be more shouting on her end.
Yeah, because like you have the whole crowd like screaming, "Burn her! She's a witch! Burn her! She's a witch!" And this reminds me of some of the movies that we saw. The Devil's being one of them. How like the priest even he's like, "I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction." And then the second he gets burned, he literally just shrills and screams. She does not really do too much of that.
No, and that's why I was like, that's not possible. I feel like anyone's yelling
Same thing in
for a
Game
burning.
of, Game of Thrones. Same thing when they burn the witch. She's like, "I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna do anything." She fucking hails and
Yeah.
wails like insane amount. It's interesting.
It's very interesting. What's more interesting is now that Sybil is burned alive, they tie Sharon up to a different ladder, and they're about to start slowly lowering her down, but Rose shows up to save the day. And she's like, nah, this ain't going down like this.
Isn't it interesting how like the townspeople just like kind of like let her through and don't do anything at all?
They push her a little.
A little.
They're like,
Yeah, a little. And
So-
they punch her in the face. They give her one punch and like that's it.
Yeah.
You notice that? They punch her once, she gets punched in the face, and then they just quit.
yeah, they're done. But because they let Rose go all the way up to Christabella, and like Rose is like, just like, Alessa will have her revenge. You won't let this happen. And Christabella's like, okay, I've literally had enough of this. I'm not even going to burn you. And just stabs her in the heart with a knife.
She does mention like when she's walking up, she's like, "Burn her, she's a witch." Just like subtly, but you're right. Like she walks up, she's like, "Okay," and just literally stabs her. Technically, it looked like that should be right in the
That
heart.
should have been a hard shot.
Yeah.
Well, so it does make sense with the end of the movie that she was stabbed in the heart
Yeah.
here and died. And then she doesn't bleed, though. Alessa basically oozes out of her.
Yeah, because she absorbed evil Alessa back at the basement.
Yes. So
I think like in the basement, doesn't like evil Alessa go in her?
Like hugs her and absorbs her.
Absorbs
It's
her?
that really, really bad 2006 technology of them just like doing like osmosis essentially.
Yeah.
so
This whole scene though of like when like she's standing in front of the portrait is so fucking cool.
oh yeah, everything that's about to come up is wild.
Oh yeah.
So after she bleeds the Alessa everywhere, then the inside of the church turns into the other world, and then just Alessa in a hospital bed comes up, which is perfect for Silent Hill because it's like how the final
yeah.
demon always is. It's kind of like the way they died comes up,
Right.
like because in Silent Hill 2, it's you fight your wife in like the hospital bed kind of thing.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Right. It's very much like that. I love the imagery here.
But she comes up with barbed wire, and the barbed wire it grabs Christabella, holds her arms and legs out, and then she's like, I will remain pure. And then they just shoot barbed wire directly up her vagina.
Yeah, and it rips her in two.
I
Yeah.
call this razor cooter murder.
Nice. Like, it goes up and it comes out, and it just starts grabbing cult members. Like, when cult members try to get to Rose to stop her from getting to Sharon, the barbed wire grabs them and legit just, like, twists
Rings them out.
Yeah, like rips them open. It's kind of sick. Tentacruel Alessa's getting some good ones in.
Because when, like, Dahlia's walking through, she's just walking on body parts.
Yeah, she's just old.
Yes, but not really.
Winky wink.
She's just there.
She's so old.
So Rose gets Sharon out of the church, and she gets her to the car. They drive away. They are able to call Sean Bean, but he still can't hear what they're saying. She brings her to the home. Now, I got to point out, at the home, it is still all ashy and white and foggy. So they are out of Silent Hill.
But it's still foggy and ashy.
Yes, so they're still
Great point,
in
Shane.
Silent Hill.
Yeah.
So Sean Bean is still... So they are both in their home at the same time, but Sean Bean's in the real world, and they're still in the Silent Hill world.
Here's the big payoff. Let's make it all worth it. Let's make it all worth this last scene. Everything to this point, this whole side plot of Sean Bean, all of the times he was back in Silent Hill where he smelled his wife, where he smelled his daughter, builds up to this last scene where he smells his wife again, but she's not there.
Did you guys mention that the demon went in Sharon?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I missed that. But
You mean like when the demon gets really close up the whole time that shit was going down at the church? This demon is taking its sweet ass time.
Oh, yeah, no,
coming
we
up
did
that
No,
we did
I'm
gloss,
ju-
so we did not mention
no,
that.
yeah, no, I'm saying that I missed when you mentioned that.
No, I
'cause
didn't mention it. I didn't
because-
mention
Wait,
it.
which part?
Once she does grab Sharon, Rose, in the church to finally get out, the demon
Goes
Alessa,
back-
goes into
Okay,
into
yeah,
Sharon.
So when they're at her house, do you think the demon looks pissed while she's in Sharon? Like that she's not out of the realm?
I think it's supposed to imply that the demon did go back into Sharon because it's Sharon's temperament is now kind of like almost like aggravated, mischievous looking. You know, it's like this demon still needs to exist within this realm.
Yeah.
Right? So we were leading up to a payoff, I believe.
Yeah, the big payoff. They're not in the same place.
Nope.
Nah.
That's it.
They're still in Silent Hill. He's in the real world. Although there's like interesting, you heard this with like multiverse theories and everything, where like you can still smell and sense your significant other or loved one, but you're not in the same place. That's the same deal here, because like I said, there are instances earlier in the movie where he senses his wife is there, but he's in an entirely different dimension.
Yeah. Somehow they made a sequel.
So just let you know, that was the payoff, that they're not in the same place.
Yeah, and then they finished again very on the nose. They decided to use the song "You're Not Here" from Silent Hill 3 to end the movie.
Which, if you guys didn't know, the unreleased Gooch 2 is going to have that as the song that enters the credits. Copyright.
Well, our movies always were copyright with music, so it's only appropriate. All right, and that's Silent Hill. Guess we'll go into the review portion.
Yeah. You always kick us off, Shane.
I do. It was an average movie.
Okay.
I like certain parts of it. I think if it wasn't a Silent Hill movie, it's a better movie. It's another one of those things that falls victim that it's trying to be the video game movie and it does too much wrong to really be that good. I talked enough about my nitpicks, so I don't want to repeat all of them, but I will say the things I do like, that is why I'm giving it the rating I'm going to give it. The music is fantastic. It's very eerie. They use the right music from all the Silent Hills to make it work. The imagery is gorgeous. Like, it felt like a real Silent Hill world. And I will say the acting in the movie is also, besides the girl, the Sharon, everything else is good. I thought like Sean Bean was good, even though he shouldn't have been in the movie. And like, who's the mother? Rada Mitchell?
Yeah.
She's very good in it. Christabella, Dahlia, they were all good. So no complaints there. I just wish they would have stuck just a little bit more to the storyline and had a drug dealer subplot in the movie. I really think that could have really helped. So with all that said, I'll give this movie a 5 out of 10.
Fair. I think I might be giving it, maybe besides Jen, the second highest rating out of you guys, just by sentiment of the feel of this episode. I'm giving it a 7, low 7. I was really thinking 6, but I'm going to go 7, really on the back of atmosphere and tone, which they create well. I really thought the first, maybe hour of this movie was really, really good. And then I'm just talking about movie adaptation aside, because although I would prefer like a perfect adaptation. I knew for a fact we weren't getting that from the very beginning of the movie. I really liked the atmosphere, I really liked the tone, and the first hour really created that with the cinematography. The way the movie was shot made me feel like I was playing a survival horror game from the late 90s. So that's why I really like felt like nostalgia with it. But when I knew for a fact like I was not getting a Silent Hill perfect adaptation, I really did like the movie for what it went for. I do agree with you, Shane. Like towards the end is where I really started like really getting nitpicky myself, is because they tried to, even though they were deviating, they were intentionally throwing fan service in there with like Pyramid Head and the nurses and certain things like that, where I felt like they were misplaced in the film, and it made me a little uncomfortable. And if they just kind of changed up those elements, I actually think this movie would be good if it was like reskinned as a different name. Maybe the story of Centralia, PA with the coal miners. But besides that, rest in peace, Tamaguchi. I'm going to give it a 7.
You're right. I am going to rate this movie higher because I saw this movie before I played the game. And by me playing the game, I mean Miranda playing the game and me watching her play the game. Separate from an adaptation, because I, like you guys said, not a very good adaptation. Most of the movies that we watch are not very good adaptations, probably because of issues selling the rights and all that crap that we really don't care about because we're just here to watch the movie. I am going to give this an 8 out of 10 because I really enjoy watching this movie. This movie, for me, I can separate it from the video game. To not be able to do that because you're a real big fan of the video game, I entirely understand. But again, separating it from the video game, I very much enjoy this movie. There's always going to be flaws, but there's a lot of nostalgia with this. It's a movie I enjoy thoroughly with my friends. So, yeah, pretty high, 8 out of 10.
Okay. I guess it's time for me to pop off, or I'm going to try to be as respectful as possible because, I will say this. I'm going to give this a 6. And my rationale for that is this. As far as video game adaptations go, and I mentioned this before, it's one of the better, if not one of the best adaptations of source material with regards to the games. And, if I were to compare this to, say, other types of like game movies that went completely off the rails, just going to look at Resident Evil very briefly and then turn away before my, eyes burn out. In comparison to something like that, this was really well done. I can understand to some degree the deviation of the plot from the original Silent Hill 1, because for people that haven't played the games, I really strongly recommend it. But there is a lot more in terms of like this cult that was essentially trying to create God by sacrificing Alessa, and then Alessa's psychic abilities essentially draw Cheryl/Sharon back to the town, and Harry ends up running around town performing like dirty work for the cult without, knowing what's actually going on, just to try to get his daughter back. And there's a lot of stuff in there that gets kind of convoluted, and it wouldn't really translate. Shane, I'm assuming you would agree to it, except there's a lot of hot terms in the cult, like the flautus or something.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a Mexican dish. The aglaflatus, I'm completely butchering these. The seal of Metatron. These things wouldn't make sense to somebody watching an 1.5-hour film, 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
So that being said, I feel like they worked with what they had. Christopher Gans and company did a great job. I will say that this movie was destined to fail, though, because, correct me if I'm wrong, things are only really good when Sean Bean dies.
Correct.
If Sean Bean dies, shit's going to go down. The stakes have been raised. What the costs are now. So Sean Bean living through the entire movie, I already knew that this was going to be like a hot 6. So
The ceiling was a 6.
it was set from the beginning. But in any case, everybody did a great job with their character. Besides Sharon, I think she did better as Alessa compared to Sharon. But yeah, no, the music is great. The camera angles are fantastic. I know they utilized quite a bit of CGI, but for the most part, they really did use set pieces for a lot of the locations, and I thought that was awesome. You do see a lot of locations from the games are mentioned here, like Midwich Elementary, the hospital, the hotel, all of these things. And, this movie, I think, for a lot of Silent Hill fans means a lot because getting a movie of something like this it's such a bizarre concept when you try to explain it to somebody. And the movies took a lot of inspiration from the games, namely Silent Hill 2, which, I've already spoken my piece on that. But in the same regard, future games took inspiration from the movies and what this presented with the Order and the cult. So again, overall, it's a good watch. I recommend it. I really recommend everybody out there listening. Please, if you can get a chance, try to play the games. If you have to get the remake versions on like, a later console, that's fine. I recommend it. Again, I think this is an important piece of like video game adaptation film, and I enjoy it. I do. It's like fast food for me, right? Like it's like I know it's not the best, but I like it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's how I would explain it.
Yeah, I hate people that are like, bro, fast food is gross. It's fucking tastes like shit. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, for 1 second, like, are you a fucking real person? Like, what are you even saying? Like, what you're saying actually makes no sense. You don't understand, like, what taste means. And it could taste, if not better than anything you could buy that's labeled $50 from fine dining. I just don't like the hate for fast food.
Okay.
You're really passionate about this.
I am.
I agree. And you know what? If I can make an analogy here, if a filet mignon is Jacob's ladder, which is where Silent Hill draws a lot of inspiration from, then this movie is a Big Mac for me. And that's fine. That's okay.
That's fair.
It's very fair. I like that analogy.
We need to get some McDonald's French fries.
I'm having fries
Amazing.
for dinner.
Incredible. Okay.
Isn't that where is the time where we like fucking push it in a book or some shit?
Yeah. Let's put some shit in a book.
All right, gentlemen, do we have any nominations to go into our Necronomicon? Do we have anyone that we want to torture by the gym? Should we maybe put Alyssa Gillespie in there as a torture device? I don't know. We have a lot of options today.
Yeah, I have two, and I'm only going with one.
You're right.
We're very passionate.
Yeah, so the two that I'm thinking about would be, well, the one obvious one is Anna. And the other one would probably be the Sybil. Getting burned at the stake. No, Anna. Or Christabella's a good one too, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't think
died.
There's actually really good, a lot of candidates for this one.
You're right, actually. That is
and
a good
also
one.
a lot of really good deaths.
Yeah, for me, though, I'm definitely going Anna. I thought it was hilarious. Even though I still wish that Pyramid Head wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
They're saying, like, how do you make a Silent Hill movie without Pyramid Head? Just different use, or make the adaptation perfect?
Of Silent Hill 2, the movie.
Yeah, just make Silent Hill. Yeah, just wait until Silent Hill 2, the movie. I'm with Tim. I'm also with you, though, Anna.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was just nuts. It was a crazy death scene.
You know what? Yeah, if we're putting him in the book, I vote Anna because Sybil already got enough. I actually thought when Sybil was getting beaten, even after rewatching it, I thought that's where she died. Because the sounds they use for someone like
fucking pipe.
Like a lead pipe hidden like a stack of roast beef. Like that's the sound they make when someone gets beaten to death.
Yeah.
And then she showed up later and I was relieved.
And
then
she was
died, and I was
barely
like,
beaten. She had a few scrapes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 for Anna.
Yeah.
Well, mine was going to be Sybil, but I know that it's already Anna. So,
Yeah.
Mike, do you want to do an honorary
Want to chime in, Mike?
nomination?
Yeah,
Knowing that
you
you
wanna
have no
speak?
idea who we're talking about.
Honorary nomination?
I do have to go to the bathroom, so Shane, if you want to tag
You want
along.
to make out with
Yeah,
me?
I just stay in here until we're done with the review. It's almost over.
You don't want to hold it for me?
I hate your face. Okay.
All right. Shaney boy, do you have any words to say about our good friend Anna?
No. Anna. You hit it. Anna, you were a character in this movie. You weren't a character in the games, but you were in this movie. You were a scavenger. Man, I got nothing on Anna. I'm going to just say your death scene was awesome. I've never seen someone have their entire wardrobe, shoes included, ripped off in one grab.
In one titty twist.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like a nothing burger character in terms of character.
She just followed them.
Yeah.
She was there for
Like
background.
I had nothing.
And then got ripped.
She was
she
there for
really did get
background
ripped.
and to answer questions.
Yeah. Well, Tim, thanks for being on for the 3rd time now.
I greatly appreciate being here, but Shane, I'm going to ask if you read the letter one more time.
Okay. I love a good letter. Okay. Let's see what this says.
I wonder if it says something different now.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I'll be disappointed.
There's nothing on this letter. It's a blank page.
What do you mean there's nothing on the letter?
God, I got the in water ending, didn't I?
Something's not right. I think I'm going to have to leave right after this.
Yeah, I think you should. This is not going to end well for anyone.
No.
Should I read it again?
You want to take another look?
This is just Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mine had a brownie recipe on it.
Does it have a Big Mac recipe for me?
Yeah, most likely. All right. Well, like I said, Tim, thanks for being on
Thank
again.
you for
it's
having me here,
always a
guys.
pleasure having you on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I guess this is where I reveal what we are reviewing next week,
Yeah.
which is From Dusk Till Dawn. A great movie with George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino.
Santanico Pandemonium.
Yes, Selma Hayek.
Your very first boner.
Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, Sex Machine. I think that's most of the cast.
Ernie Hudson?
No, that's not Ernie Hudson. That's not Ernie Hudson.
Who is it?
It's not Ernie Hudson. It's we'll reveal who it is on the next episode. But I'm like positive it's not Ernie Hudson.
It's Ernie, I think. No.
By the way, Sex Machine is Tom Savini,
Yeah.
for those who don't know that. From Dusk Till Dawn. Let's find out who this guy is. I'm like positive it's not Ernie Hudson.
It's Fred Williamson.
Fred Williamson.
Oh, he's the cop in Starsky and Hutch remake.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Cheech Marin and Danny Trejo
He's
were
also
also in
he's
this
also
movie.
in the 74 classic, BN.
Wow.
This is a real movie that I will not say, but you can look it up.
Oh, great.
What year did that come out?
74.
You would think.
That's a stretch.
I'll tell you the tagline for the movie, and you can look it up. It's a comedy western. White man's town, black man's law.
Dear God.
Part devil, part legend, all man.
I just want to like
The 70s.
be there.
Sick time.
I want to be the guy working at a Blockbuster when the white guy comes in and he's like, "Can I get the?"
Let me get a ticket for that.
Yeah, like at the
Say
movie
the
theater.
full title.
The 70s and 80s needs to go to jail.
Wild time.
That was yeah. All right, so we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week at the Titty Twister.
Would you go to the Titty Twister, Shane? I think you would.
No, kind of looks like no, it's not my
biker bar.
style. Yeah, it's not my style of place.
That tagline technically works for both episodes.
I don't even think you could get into Titty Twister unless you're a trucker or a biker.
True, and I'm not either. But I did have a bicycle once.
Me too, a Schwinn.
Do you remember that idea that Brian had for people fucking in coffins a while back?
Oh, my coffin fucking idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How could I ever forget the coffin fucking idea?
It's called the sex coffin.
Yeah.
I feel like this is what Brian envisioned, but with coffins.
Well, from the Dawn bar?
All right.
Sick bar. All right. We'll see you folks next time.